Back-to-back six-mans given out with the Daily Edge Sports crew, but I got 3 plays for you here. Let's get after it. Hey, happy Monday, everybody. It's Craig Bennett, aka CashKeg, back with another NBA Prizepicks video. If you don't have that Prizepicks account, you want to join us, use that promo code CashKeg and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. A link is in the description below. And yes, you heard it right. Over at Daily Edge Sports, our elite members, ACAP is on a heater, giving out back-to-back six-mans. I'll show them when we go to the next screen. But yeah, absolute heater. And again, if you want access to the tools and those picks and plays, everything that we have over there, again, you can head over to dailyedgesports.com and check that out. Or if you're a first-time depositor here at Prizepicks or a lot of the other DFS sites out there, you can get a free month trial and get access to all those plays that we do have. Yesterday's recap a little bit. Gobert, DNP for him. Absolutely one of the worst offensive games I think we've ever seen with Philly in New York. So we did not get there with Lowry. Jalen Green did get there late with that nice three-pointer. That was great to see. So 1-1 on the Prizepicks video. Over there in Underdog, 2-1. I thought we had the sweep, really did. Aaron Naismith didn't do hardly anything like I thought he would do in the first half, only 7 PRA, but he did finish on the over, so hurt that one. But we got Ben Caros under 6 assists, and Bogdanovich was on a heater shooting the ball, even though they got beat pretty bad. So overall, not a bad. We're on 19-7 run over our last 5 days. And we're going to keep this thing going. Not a lot of value out there, so I had to go the bag, find a few first half plays, dug into those a little bit, and we'll reach into it. But again, I got 3 plays for you here. I'll stop yapping. Let's get after it. All right, Prizepicks desktop is up here again. Not a ton of value that I found looking on the board. Like I said, I always start out with dailyedgesports.com, checking out the projected EV tool. I'm just kind of seeing value-wise, and there's just not a ton when we pull it up for NBA and kind of look at it right here, right? Not a ton out there if you want to look at it. You know, I ain't going to talk about these plays, but as you can see, Cade Cunningham is one at 24.8, so he's projected at 2 over at minus 131. That one you can kind of look at. I don't mind there. If you want to go Luka's rebounds, don't mind looking at that one. So again, I'm recording this really early. So value-wise, just a not ton out there. I tend to only look at Pinnacle, but some of these lines, if you want to check these out. So, you know, just kind of go to bag, look at some first half stuff. But we did have one that I'm just going to keep going back to this. And it's just, he's just been playing unbelievable. And this is going to be a popular play. Don't get me wrong. DeMar DeRozan. Speaking of DeMar, 10.5 rebounds and assists going up against Dallas here. Overall, Dallas is a bottom 5 team in rebounds allowed and a bottom 10 team in assists allowed. And he's just been on an absolute heater. If we look at his last 6 games, he's cleared this in 5 of those 6 games. And the big thing with me is the minutes, man. Just absolutely crazy. He's averaging almost 40 minutes a game over his last 10 games. And they've been playing good ball, you know, with no Ball, no Levine, no Patrick Williams. He's just been having to play a lot, and finding this role with rebounds and assists has done really well for him. So, again, averaging 12.5 rebounds and assists over those last 6 games, going up against Dallas, where he's played them twice over the last 2 years, put up 14 the first time he played him, and then played him earlier this year in November. We're only put up 10, but again, Zach LaVine was playing around that time, only 32 minutes, and he still had 10. Now we're getting a DeRozan who's playing almost 40 minutes. Hard to go against that. So DeMar DeRozan, more than 10.5 rebounds and assists. Then we're going to go over and we're going to look at first half here. And again, 2 plays that I do like here. One's probably going to make you puke a little bit, but sorry, I'm going to go to this play. If you don't want to play it, I completely understand, because he will make you a little nauseous each and every time, because he can't keep his hands to himself. And you know I'm talking about Jalen Duren. And I'm looking at going 14 points, rebounds, and assists first half. We'll kind of look at this going up against Charlotte. Charlotte is a bottom 5 team in both points allowed and rebounds allowed. And the big thing for me here is he got ejected last game for double technicals against Dallas. To me, it shouldn't have been ejected. Should have got technical, sure, because he pushed him with how soft the NBA is these days. However, if he can keep his hands to himself and he can play good minutes, got into foul trouble early, only played 10 minutes in that game against Dallas and still had 13. And this matchup, I think he can do extremely well here. Again, going up against these guys, it's all about, can he keep his hands to himself, right? That's what I'm truly worried about with him each and every time. Do they go out? There was a lot of fouls that should have been called on him in that Dallas game. I mean, against him in the Dallas game. They were swiping at him left and right, and I hope that they kind of make an adjustment. He can get to the line a few times, and again, he might come out here and want to just dominate this first half. Again, the matchup is great, and he's done well over his last 4 games. As long as he can stay out of foul trouble and we can see 15, 16 minutes out of him in the first half, I could easily see him putting up, 8 rebounds, and get you 8 or 10 points. I mean, I think that's more reasonable, around 16 to 17. I think this is a little too low. It all comes down to him. Is he going to get in foul trouble on us? I think, with what happened last game, I think we can take a shot on him. But again, I completely understand if this makes you a little nervous and you don't want to play this play. But looking at everything that I see, it's something that I want to take advantage of and get after. If you want to play full game, I understand. But I do like first half. He tends to come out pretty strong first half-wise, and especially over his last 6 games. Again, can he stay on the court? That's what we're looking for here for them. So the next one we're going to look at, again, another first half play, and a guy that's been on an absolute mission here, and that's Nikola Vucevic. 18 points, rebounds, and assists for him, and he's just been on an absolute wagon, hitting or clearing this in 9 straight games. If we go back and look what he's done against Dallas the last 3 games over the last 2 years, 23, 26, and 19 over those. And he's just been on an absolute wagon, man. I mean, the minutes have been there for him, averaging around 17 and a half minutes in the first half. You love to see that. Dallas, absolutely, not a great defense here. Bottom 5 in rebounds allowed, bottom 10 in points allowed, bottom 10 in assists allowed. And Vooch tends to get it going early. That's usually he gets going, and then it's DeMar DeRozan and crew kind of take over the second half. But he tends to get it going early, and you kind of like this number. Looking at this at 18, and if we look at his home games, right, last 6 home games he's averaged 20.8 points, rebounds, and assists. So again, there wasn't a ton of value this early in the morning. Again, I'm recording this at about a 3:15 here. But I did want to mention the back-to-back. This is the slip that was given out in Daily Edge Sports yesterday. Absolutely hammered by ACAP. This is massive. Yesterday gave out this one. So again, back-to-back 6-mans here. And then, yesterday he almost had 2 of them where he gave out this one was Saturday, this one was yesterday, and this one was yesterday's. Almost had 2 of them here. Jalen Green just needed 1 more 3-point attempt, and he had 2 6-mans that he give out. Again, if you want access to all these slips, head on over to dailyedgesports.com. Get access to that elite membership, and you are going to get there. So again, Vooch is going to be our first half play here. So Vooch, Duren, over first half, points, rebounds, and assists, and then DeMar DeRozan over 10.5 rebounds and assists full game. And again, if you want access to all the tools that we have for PrizePicks, Underdog, Sleeper, Sports Quack, Parlay Play, we're going to keep adding to this, and the slips that we give out daily. You can get access to all these things at dailyedgesports.com. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Monday. Appreciate you guys coming and starting your day off with me. So hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel on your way out. And like always, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.